Well, the first assignment was actually mine, and by mine I mean it addressed or called upon my expertise and my history, which is in fact fundraising. And we had decided early on that we would take assignments that we could do together, and Jerry's and my backgrounds are very similar. So we were sent to Latvia. We were in Riga for 5 or 6 weeks working with a not-for-profit organization, an NGO, non-governmental organization, and met some incredibly wonderful people, and just felt that that we had been able to dispense lots of information, lots of good information during that stay, and it really it was such a great experience that it really primed us for wanting to do more of that kind of work with CESO. CESO provides an enormous amount of written material about the country you're visiting, what to expect, how to get around, some common phrases in the language spoken there. Plus, something interesting is that they ask all of their returning volunteer advisors, VAs as they're called, to provide a summary of their personal experience during their assignment. And so it was very informative to read these little reports that people had sent in previously. CESO has a very strong structure in the countries where they provide services, and one of the people in that country is I guess you'd call her kind of a coordinator, and the woman we worked with in Riga was terrific. She was very well organized and just gave us all the information we needed. She was really great. In addition, CESO has a stipulation that if they work with an organization, whether it's a for-profit business or a not-for-profit, and the principals of that organization or business cannot communicate adequately in English, that they must provide a translator. So the English ability of the people we worked with in this particular assignment was variable, and but we were always able to communicate one way or another, either through an interpreter or directly with those people who could speak English. The accommodation in that particular assignment was the organization had some kind of association with a hotel in Riga. So in that particular case, we stayed in a hotel. It was a modest hotel, and had breakfast at the hotel, and then had kind of an expense account, I guess you'd say, once again modest, that enabled us to eat our meals out at various restaurants. It's important to stress that this is not a tourist arrangement. You're there to work, and in fact we have found on our international assignments that we have worked really hard. We put in lots and lots of hours. On the other hand, we must be fair and say that our hosts have been incredibly kind. People love to show off their country. They love to show off their city.
They're very proud.
And they should be. So without exception, I think I could say that we were treated in a wonderful way. We were invited to people's homes for dinners. We were given guided tours by people we were working with. So it wasn't all work, but one should not be misled into thinking that this is just going to be an opportunity to, learn how to get around in this wonderful city and see all the sights, because it really is, you're there for a purpose, and that's really essential.